Live from Who's the Real Leader studio, the show that separates the talkers from the true leaders. Here's your host, Ava Bell.
Welcome back, everyone, to Who's the Real Leader, the show where you are the detective. Our premise is simple. 3 people will claim to be the same leader, all telling a different story about how they handled a critical challenge. But 2 of them are imposters. It's up to our audience and our expert leadership council to find the one true, real leader. Last time, we tackled a project crisis. Today, we are taking on the biggest challenge in business right now, artificial intelligence. And it's forcing every leader to answer a terrifying question. What do you do when a new technology can automate 60% of your team's jobs? Our real leader faced exactly that. Let's meet our contestants, all of whom claim to be Sarah Jenkins.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Jenkins, and I am the real leader.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Jenkins, and I am the real leader.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Jenkins, and I am the real leader.
And here to help us sort through the claims and find the truth is our esteemed Leadership Council.
Now, in our previous episode, we showed how our writer's room works, but tonight, we want to show you what they work with. You see, every scenario, every imposter's flawed answer, and every real leader's key insight is meticulously mapped to a core set of leadership skills. To give you a special overview of this framework, let's check in with the leader of our Who's the Real Leader writer's room. She is also our leadership competency guru, Andrea McCormick.
Our writer's room is focused on the top 30 leadership competencies, beginning with the 10 foundational competencies shown here. These competencies are the bedrock of leadership. They focus on how leaders manage themselves, their teams, and their communication. Competencies 11 through 20 are strategic competencies. These skills drive the organization forward by focusing on a leader's ability to navigate challenges, adapt to change, and seize opportunities through careful planning, innovation, and a clear vision. Competencies 21 through 30 are personal and interpersonal leadership competencies. The human element. These competencies relate to a leader's character, integrity, and ability to build strong, positive relationships. Our job in the writer's room is to create scenarios where these skills are put to the test. The imposters represent common failures in one of these areas, while the real leader always shows us a path to mastering them. Back to you, Ava.
Thank you, contestants, Leadership Council, and Writers' Room. I will now read the affidavit sworn by the real Sarah Jenkins. My name is Sarah Jenkins. My 20-person data analyst team was made obsolete overnight by a new AI. Management saw an opportunity for a massive cost-saving layoff. I saw a different opportunity. I successfully redeployed my entire team. I transformed them from reactive report pullers into proactive sales strategists, an AI-augmented team that now serves as an indispensable partner to our sales division, proactively finding insights that have already led to a 15% increase in new business. Okay, Council, you know the affidavit, you see the contestants. It's time to find the real leader. Michelle Wallen, let's begin with you.
Contestant number 1, your team's job just evaporated. What was the very first thing you did after you saw what the AI could do?
I called an all-hands meeting. I was honest. I said, look, the AI is here, and it's fast, but it's just a tool. Our value has always been our accuracy. I laid out a new plan to use the AI to generate the first draft of the reports, but the team's new primary role would be to double-check the AI work for accuracy and add our own insights. This kept everyone's job secure.
Thank you, contestant number 1. Contestant number 2, same question. What was your first move?
I went straight to the VP of Sales. I knew the executive team would be looking for cost cuts, so I had to get ahead of it. I told the VP, I can save you a 15-person headcount. The AI can do the reports. I just need to keep a 5-person center of excellence to manage the AI prompts and handle any complex requests. It was a tough move, but it was the most realistic business decision.
Thank you, Contestant 2. Contestant 3, your turn. Your team is obsolete. What was your first move?
I locked myself in my office for a day. I realized our old mission was dead. But I also realized the AI was just a fast engine. It had no direction. My team had a decade of business context that the AI lacked. My first move was to go to the sales VP and say, "Don't lay off my team. Let me recharter them. Let's embed my 20 people with your sales teams, using the AI as their weapon to find opportunities before sales even asks for them."
Contestant 1, you had your team double-checking the AI. What happened when the sales team realized they could just pull the reports themselves?
We stressed that our human verified stamp was critical. But yes, we did see some shadow adoption where salespeople would bypass us. I had to go to their managers and reinforce the policy that all official data reports must be validated by my team. We are the gatekeepers of data integrity.
Contestant 3, you proposed a radical new mission. How did you get your team, who were data analysts, not strategists, to buy in?
I was blunt. I said, our old job is gone. Forever. We have two choices. We can become irrelevant or we can become invaluable. I was betting on invaluable. I showed them that their real skill was not making dashboards, it was understanding the business. I then replaced all our old technical training with new training on strategic communication, consulting skills, and how to ask the AI powerful questions.
Thank you, Contestant 3. Contestant 2, you cut your team to 5 people. How did you decide who to keep?
I had to be objective. I kept the 5 most technically minded people, the ones who were already curious about API integrations and data modeling. They were the most natural super users. It was a difficult decision, but the other 15 were more manual report builders, and that role simply did not exist anymore. I gave them great references.
Contestant 3, some people like being quiet analysts. What about the team members who were terrified of being client-facing?
That was the hardest part. I had 2 brilliant analysts who were severe introverts. The last thing they wanted to do was consult with a salesperson, so I did not make them. I redefined their new role as internal strategists. They became the consultants to the consultants. Their job was to use the AI to do deep dive market analysis and find the big picture trends that the rest of the team could then take to the sales floor. They won, the team won, everybody found their new, higher value seat.
Contestant 1, what happened to team morale when they realized they were just a fact checker for a machine?
It was a challenge. There was some grumbling. But I kept reminding them that accuracy is our value and that their job security, it was my #1 priority. A boring job that you get to keep is better than no job at all, right? I protected them.
Contestant 2, what happened to the 15 people you let go? And what about the institutional knowledge they took with them?
That was a real loss. There were definitely some, "Oh, I wish we still had Sam. He was the only one who knew where that historical data lived" moments. But the business mandate was clear. We had to become more efficient. The 5-person team is still learning, but the cost savings were immediate and significant. That is the trade-off.
3 leaders, 3 very real-world paths. The protector who tried to keep their team safe by making them a fact checker and maybe irrelevant. The pragmatist who cut costs and embraced the AI but lost 15 good people. And the transformer who redeployed their entire team by giving them a new, more valuable mission. Ravi, as our tech mogul, who is the real Sarah Jenkins?
I am voting for Contestant 3. Contestant 1's fact checker role is a fantasy. It's a low-value make-work job that will be the first thing cut in the next round of layoffs. It's a dead end. Contestant 2's move was pragmatic, and I respect the business logic, but losing 15 people's institutional knowledge is a massive, unnecessary loss. Contestant 3 was the only one who understood that AI does not replace value, it multiplies it. She didn't just save her team, she turned them into a profit center.
Thank you, Ravi. 1 vote for Contestant 3. Michelle, as our organizational change expert, what is your take?
This is a tough one because, frankly, both 2 and 3 are high-level leaders, but I am going to dissent. I'm voting for contestant 2. Why? Because it's the most realistic scenario. The mandate from executives in an AI shift is always cost savings, full stop. Contestant 3's recharter the whole team plan sounds amazing, but it requires an incredible amount of political capital that most leaders do not have. Contestant 2 made the hard, fast, pragmatic business decision that saved 5 jobs and met the business mandate immediately. It's the unglamorous, real-world choice.
A dissenting vote for contestant number 2. Gabriella, you build elite teams. Who would you follow?
I have to disagree strongly with Michelle. My vote is for contestant 3. A leader's primary job is to find the best role for their people and a clear mission. Contestant 2 abandoned 15 of her people. Contestant 1 relegated her team to a low-value mission, which is just a slow layoff. It destroys morale. Contestant number 3 was the only one who redefined the mission. She built a new, more elite team and proved she would find a place for everyone willing to make the journey, even her introverts. That is how you earn unbreakable loyalty.
The votes are in. 2 votes for contestant 3 and 1 for contestant 2. It's time to learn the truth. Will the real Sarah Jenkins please stand up? Congratulations, Sarah. The majority of our council saw the real leader in you. Michelle, you made a very strong case for contestant number 2, calling it the most realistic business move. Now that you see the truth, what's your takeaway?
My takeaway is that I was too focused on the immediate mandate, the pressure to cut costs. I mistook a difficult, pragmatic decision for a transformative one. The real Sarah Jenkins didn't just manage a loss, she ignored the false choice between cost and people and created entirely new value. That is a much higher level of leadership, and it's a brilliant lesson.
Farah, take us inside your thinking. Your team's job was gone. Why did your transformer approach work where the others would have failed?
Both of the other approaches are common fear-based traps that I see leaders fall into. The protector, like contestant 1, is a short-term comfort strategy. By making the team fact-checkers, she tried to protect their jobs, but in doing so, she destroyed their value. She turned a team of skilled analysts into a low-value, bureaucratic bottleneck. That is just a slow layoff, but they would have been made irrelevant in the next budget cut. The pragmatist, like contestant 2, is even tougher because it looks like a strong business decision. But it buys into the false narrative that AI replaces people. She threw away 75% of her team's institutional knowledge and business context. It's the one thing the AI could never replicate. She optimized the cost, but sacrificed the asset.
So what was the key to your success?
I realized my team's task was obsolete, but their value, their decade of business context, was more critical than ever. The AI was just a fast engine, and it needed a skilled driver who knew the roads. My job was to give them a new, more powerful professional identity. I had to get them to stop thinking of themselves as reactive report pullers and see themselves as proactive strategists. By rechartering their mission, embedding them with sales, and giving them skills. In consulting, I did not just save their jobs. I turned a 20-person cost center into a 20-person high-impact, profit-generating team.
A powerful lesson. True leadership in the age of AI isn't about managing automation. It's about leading an augmentation. It's not about protecting old tasks. It's about finding new, irreplaceable value. Thank you for showing us how it's done, Sarah. And thank you for playing. We will see you next time on Who's the Real Leader?